For excuses, there are always standards set. It's not for me. It's for a friend, for a girlfriend, just not for me. There were also some strange, unpleasant people who tried to, well, lick the products. Oh, a girl talks well about sex. Maybe we should have sex. For some, it's the same as asking any girl to have coffee at a cafe.
Remember the most unusual customer.
I brought a very large toy to a girl, let's say, of huge size. Everything was fine. I was already heading to my car. There were a lot of people, cars all around, and I heard someone shouting from behind. She took it out of the bag, ran like this, and shouted, "Girl, girl, what did you bring me?" I said, "What you ordered, I brought you." "But it's huge. We told you it's big." "No." I felt uncomfortable because everyone watched as she ran with this huge dildo and shouted, "Girl, wait." A man, about 50 years old, would come and tell me about his dreams, his women, and his most cherished dream of feeding a shark by hand. There were also some strange, unpleasant people who tried to lick the merchandise. Fishermen came and they said, "We need rubber products to cut them into thin slices and catch fish with them." It works brilliantly, and they just had a contest, who catches more fish. And they found such an unconventional way, like cutting our dildos.
What is your most unusual product?
The most bizarre thing is a big dildo. Even if people who did not come for it, they are very surprised, and they all gather around it, wondering that such a thing is also bought. An anal Christmas tree. It started with a pyramid, and its farthest diameter was 11.5 centimeters. When we held it in our hands, this wonder, this huge thing that fills the entire palm, I imagined where it would go. I said, "Guys, let's not in our store." It was in my store only once in my life, brought to order, and I will not bring it again. We brought it for the person because he asked for a whole month. We brought it to him, and he was like, "It's big." We say, "It's for you. Maybe you will grow to it." In my opinion, the most unusual toys are the pulsators in terms of functionality. It's a device with a metal tube inside its mechanism. This tube contains balls with different poles, and the mechanism activates and pulses, simulating friction. It's a realistic doll. It's one of our most expensive toys. It's so realistic that it's made of cyber skin. It weighs 20 kilograms, just so you understand. So, it's of interest to everyone. It's amazing. But it's still in our store.
What are the most popular items in your store?
The most popular item in a sex shop, in my opinion, are rechargeable vibrators. Then I would mention vaginal balls and anal plugs. Lubricants. Condoms are selling like hotcakes. We can barely keep up with the demand. Well, unusual and ordinary ones, all different. So there's not a situation where the unusual ones are all bought and the ordinary ones are left. No. Some don't like them with various ridges and things. They say it's uncomfortable, while others prefer them. Liquid vibrator. A liquid vibrator is cosmic vibration. It's something you don't need to insert anywhere. It just gets applied to the groin area, penetrates deep inside, and starts vibrating there. It's a gadget that can be used both with a man and a woman. It's convenient. You take it in your pocket, go somewhere to the theater. Tried it in the theater, came home already overexcited.
Who usually comes to your store?
Women 25 to 35 years old, of average and higher income. Then come couples, and then men sent by women. Our store visitors are usually men. Men aged from 28 and above. Before 28, they still don't understand what they need. But at 28, they want to improve the quality of their intimacy, and they already have questions and needs to be addressed. Of various professions, absolutely different professions. These are students whose age allows it, and retirees, yes. People over 50 are selective about the assortment. They don't need huge dildos. Some buy, for example, massage candles. Very often men over 50 buy prostate stimulators. I'm actually very glad they do, because by that age, you should realize that you need to do something about your prostate.
The best gift from a sex shop is?
The best gift for both men and women is an orgasm. How you give it is up to your imagination. Whether it's with some toys or aphrodisiacs, it's all up to you. Inflatable dolls are a very cliched, outdated product that's given as a joke. Women often gift each other vacuum clitoral stimulators. If it's for a man, buying women's lingerie for a woman to dress up in and be the best gift for her man. We had guys who came in and bought a masturbator as a gift for a friend. It's like a cyber skin vagina for an 18-year-old boy. They wanted to gift it in front of his parents, nothing too harsh. Basically, that was the request. Gift certificates. In my opinion, that's the best gift, because only the person themselves can choose what they like.
Do you test your products?
Yes, of course. I test the products myself, watch reviews, and enhance my knowledge through books. In any case, when choosing products, I always rely on the customer's requests and needs, not projecting my own experience onto them. I have a test group. If a new lubricant or pheromone perfume or candle appears in the store, it's purchased for testers and distributed among a group of people who will give real, live feedback. When I first started working in a sex shop, I knew nothing about toys. To learn, I communicated with clients to hear their stories. There were moments when they did something on my advice, then ran to the bathroom to take a break, quickly calling me. They say, "Natasha, I did this and that." She felt it and said, "This is it. What should I do next?" I say, "Do this too." "Okay, I'm off."
Do customers flirt with you?
Oh, there are so many different clients, those who come and openly try to, let's call it, invite you for coffee. Maybe because I'm quite mature. Usually there's no flirting. Clients often flirt because I quickly engage in close conversations on candid topics. I speak about sex very naturally. It's so appealing to them. They say, "Oh, the girl talks about sex so well. Maybe we should do it." So, suggesting sex to me is like asking any girl out for coffee in a cafe. I've developed immunity over 13 years.
Do pheromone perfumes work?
I once broke a bottle, just shattered it, and while picking it up, I felt such euphoria. Actually, pheromones don't excite, that's a myth. They have a sedative effect. They relax. When someone near you is relaxed, there's more trust. People come back to us. It's not just a one-time purchase. Yes, they decided to try it, read something somewhere, know it works. First, they smell very nice because they're often combined with musk, which is almost considered an aphrodisiac. For some, it really helps to feel more confident because the placebo effect is still a thing. A person might spray pheromone perfume, thinking, "Okay, I sprayed pheromone perfume. Theoretically, my body's pheromones are amplified by the perfume. Everything should be great now." They feel more confident. Good for them.
Does working in a sex shop help in personal life?
I have 25 years of marriage, so even in my marital life, it helped. Family life turns into routine over time. Yes, everything becomes monotonous. I'd say sex becomes a marital duty. We just manage to talk in time, discuss perhaps one's own desire. The experience was only standard. We decided to try something. I don't know what it will be yet. It really refreshed things. But it ignites. Indeed, it takes relationships to a new level. In my personal life, well, I'm not much of an experimenter. I prefer fun stuff. If I'm invited to a birthday party, everyone knows there will be something other than candles in the cake. That sort of thing. I prefer fun pranks over experiments. My sexual experience and what helps me, I've become very picky. Just a man isn't interesting to me. I'm interested in sensitivity and precision, feeling every millimeter, seeing the body's reaction, where hair stands on end, where goosebumps appear, where there's a slight muscle shudder. Then sex becomes different. It's just different. I think a sex shop is a place where you can go to buy something to diversify your sexual life. Personally, the sex shop doesn't affect my life for better or worse. I often like to tell people that you should go to a sex shop, not when things are bad, but when you want them to be better. When everything is bad, you shouldn't go to a sex shop, but to a family psychotherapist.